everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one of the best passing offenses. Are top 10 in pass yards. They're going up against the Bills, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space.
Larry, we could have been assigned to December games in Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Instead, we get the plum assignment here in sunny Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. He's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Second down following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to run now. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right near midfield. A gain of 3, second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Tannehill on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series. 3rd and 13. Time running out here on the play clock. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff as they run left side. Look at the spin. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He finds an opening past the 40. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards on the ground. The ultimate speedster showing that speed at this in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. Room here to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On the counter, here's Williams. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Frank's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and now it's 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Let's go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here we go now. Green.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bills will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. The This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Second quarter in Cleveland, and the Steelers there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go now. Back down in Philly. Here we go. Back Philly. Here we go.
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down. That's West. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Tannehill on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now Tannehill. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Tannehill. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Brown. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Set. Boom, landed.
Now they try the right side here. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
Three-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down following the incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out. Second and 10, Tannehill once more. And that is incomplete here. He was looking that time for Stills, and now it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out come the Bills. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
And the wideout in motion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line it. Detroit.
Now back to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this one is right down the middle. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Now he steps away. Now he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 10. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 1st down, Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Over.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, it hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flush to his right. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And taken right on the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Here's Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To the air again, Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, it's Doyle. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To throw on second down is Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he knocks it through. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The Bills getting set to go. And now here's a carry heading left. And some space here. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bills, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.